It is another beautiful day, super sunny. But I am going to try to get out into the garden this morning before I go to work. We are going to see how much we can get done. I want to try to do some of the wicking, get the garden beds started for wicking, the wicking beds. So I was going to use my circular saw to try to cut PVC pipe that I got, but when I opened it, because I've never used it before, it didn't come with a battery. So it said tool only, which I should have read that on the box. So I'm going to try, and I didn't order a PVC cutting tool, so I'm going to try to do it with my handsaw and see if I can. I tried to see if my neighbor had a PVC pipe cutting thing, but they're not home. So we're going to see how this works and if I can get it going. I would love to get this started today. Here's my handsaw. Let's see if I can brute this because I need to cut the end of the PVC pipe at an angle so it can properly, the water can properly wick up. So I'm going to get that out, get this all set up, and then I will show you what I mean. See you in a bit. Okay, so here I am going to start doing one of the wicking beds. Let me bring you down here so you can see what I am doing. All right, so here we have this corrugated tubing here. I got this at Menards, and I'm gonna take this opening here and I'm just gonna set it up against the side, and right up against the halfway point that it goes up, I am going to drill a hole inside of the garden bed that is going to let out the excess water so it doesn't, the roots don't get waterlogged. All right, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then my neighbor was so kind to cut my PVC pipes. You want to cut them at a slant, and then I will cut a slit and put it in here. So the water will water from this hole up here, this hole, and it will go down, and then the roots will just drink it up because these all have little holes in them. So I'm going to first drill the hole in here, then I'm going to put a slit in here, and then I'm going to cover this layer with fabric cloth, and then I will fill this up with dirt. And that is how we will fill our wicking bed. So let me first drill this hole here. Go right up about. Okay, now we can see that I drilled a hole right down here to let any excess water out. And I cut a little hole in here that will put my angled PVC pipe down in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of fabric cloth over the top, and then I'll put this through the fabric cloth, and then I will fill this up with my dirt. And then I will show you how we water this through here, and the water will wicker up, and then we will be ready to plant in this, and then we will do the same with our other 3 beds. So see you soon. Okay friends, so this is bed number 1 finished, and what I will do is I will be watering through this hole, and then all the corrugated tubing at the bottom that has all the little holes in it will water the entire bed. The root system will be drinking from the bottom, and it will be much happier growth system. So because I have to work today, I'm not going to be able to show you the watering, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to water this until I see the water come out of the spout. I will show you that in my next video, as well as finishing these other beds. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Be blessed. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, friends, welcome back. So here I am watering my bed until we see the water spurt out the little hole. And what I'm doing is I'm watering it because I think some of the soil will probably shrink down. You can see some of the water is coming out a little bit. So when it shrinks down, then I'm gonna top off the soil with my Vermont compost soil that I did get online. Thanks to Becky of Acre Home. She said that that's been working so good with her seedlings. I brought my water back here, and I am just filling this up. So once the water starts pouring out my little hole, Then I'm going to top off the soil. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tomatoes in the front row here and stake them up a little bit because they're looking pretty sad back there. But I want the soil to be nice and wet for them, nice and watered. So that is what I'm going to do, but this is how this wickering bed works. So it will be watered from the bottom up. So that is how it works. And I have not gotten to the other one. I've been super busy. I've had a lot of appointments this week, but I just wanted to show you how this works. So once it gets completely watered, I'll be doing this about once a week. I'm hoping to get a hose hookup in my backyard so I won't have to drag my water hose. But once it gets totally saturated and then we get more rain, it shouldn't take as long to water each of them. But the goal is to only have to water about once a week for each of the beds. All right, so that is how this wickering bed works. So I want to show you my tomatoes. Look at this root system here. You see how I did the double cup method and the roots literally went through the first cup and they were growing in the second cup. So that is why I did that. So, and look at these roots, you guys. They were like, please, please plant me in the garden. So I am going to, I'm actually was thinking I was going to lay it down so the roots have more time to, but either, let's see, or go down even further here. So I want the roots to have plenty of room. So this one is a brandywine. See how it was starting to get dried out there? It was like, please get me out of that cup. So I knew I had to do it today. So I'm going to do this first row here of tomatoes. See how many I can get in here. I might have to get some 5-gallon buckets and put a couple tomatoes in there as well along the side. For now, this is what I'm going to do. So I will show you. And then I'm going to just make sure I cover this up and water these in really good because they are thirsty. I'm glad I watered underneath, but I'm also going to water them in from the top a little bit around the root, just around the top layer of soil that I just added, the Vermont. All right, so I will continue to plant these in and I will show you when I'm done. And I'm going to also put a cage around them and then I'm going to put a bamboo stick so they can climb up. I want them to be as happy as they can be. All right, so I will show you what they look like in a bit.